Right, let's talk about boats. Not super yachts owned by oligarchs who look like they've just escaped a Bond villain convention. No, we're talking about small, slightly rickety boats with a purpose so big it barely fits on the deck. This is the Sumud Flotilla. Sumud, steadfastness, resilience, a collection of fishing boats, not warships, setting sail for Gaza. Their goal isn't to start a fight, it's to break a siege, to challenge a naval blockade that's been in place for years. A blockade that's turned a coastal area into what many call an open-air prison. Think about that. Cut off by land, cut off by air, cut off by sea. The flotilla sails directly to Gaza, not just to bring medical supplies, but to make a very loud public statement. This blockade is inhumane, it is illegal, and it has to end. So, who are the brave or possibly slightly mad people who volunteer for a trip like this? You might be picturing a gaggle of hardened sea captains with parrots on their shoulders and a lifetime supply of grog. But the reality is far more interesting. The crews of the Sumud Flotilla are a stunningly diverse bunch. Retired professors, doctors, nurses, journalists, parliamentarians from various countries, human rights activists, a few artists. It's like the world's most earnest and least funded season of the amazing race. Except the prize is human dignity, which, last I checked, you can't spend at Target. Their motivations are as varied as their backgrounds. They all share a common thread: they cannot stand by and do nothing. For some, it's a matter of faith, a religious calling to help those in need. For others, it's a political conviction, a firm belief in international law and human rights. Many are driven by personal connections. They might have friends in Palestine, or they've seen devastating reports from Gaza and felt a visceral need to act. These are not people looking for a holiday cruise. They are consciously putting themselves in harm's way because their conscience demands it. Now, embarking on a sea journey is never without its risks. You've got storms, engine trouble, and the ever-present danger of running out of decent snacks. But for the Sumud Flotilla, those are the least of their worries. The primary challenge isn't the weather, it's the man-made obstacles. The main danger is the inevitable interception by the Israeli Navy. This isn't hypothetical, it's a near certainty. Every previous attempt has been met with a military response, and there is no reason to believe this time will be different. The question isn't if they'll be stopped, but how and when. The interception process itself is fraught with peril. Small civilian fishing boats surrounded by state-of-the-art warships. Imagine your family's minivan being pulled over by a fleet of monster trucks with armed drivers. The activists are trained in non-violent resistance, yet they are at the mercy of soldiers who board their vessels. Past takeovers have involved masked commandos descending from helicopters. In the infamous 2010 Mavi Marmara incident, 10 activists were killed. That tragedy looms over every mission. Amidst all the tension and danger, the journey of the Sumud Flotilla is also filled with incredible moments of hope and human connection. On board these small vessels, a unique community is forged. Strangers from different corners of the globe, speaking different languages, become a tight-knit family. They share stories, sing songs, cook meals together, all while floating in the vast expanse of the Mediterranean. There's a powerful sense of purpose that binds them. One activist might be a 70-year-old grandmother from Sweden, sharing a watch with a 25-year-old student from Malaysia. They are united not by a common past, but by a shared vision for the future. These boats become floating classrooms of peace. And then there's the hope that radiates from Gaza itself. As the flotilla gets closer, messages of support pour in from Palestinians who are following the journey with bated breath. Children create drawings and fly kites on the beach in anticipation of their arrival. So, you might be thinking these boats are always stopped. The blockade remains in place. Was it all for nothing? And the answer is a resounding, unequivocal no. The importance of the Sumud Flotilla isn't measured by whether it physically breaks through the blockade. Its success lies in its power as a symbol. Each voyage is a spotlight, dragging the issue of the Gaza blockade onto the world stage, if only for a brief moment. It forces a conversation that many governments and media outlets would rather ignore. It reminds the world that while we're all busy with our own lives, a humanitarian crisis is quietly unfolding. This journey is a powerful act of global solidarity. It demonstrates to the people of Gaza that they are not alone. People from over 20 different countries, from all walks of life, coming together on a small boat for a common cause. Furthermore, the flotilla serves as a crucial historical record. Ultimately, the Sumud Flotilla is more than just a collection of boats. It's a message in a bottle, thrown into the sea of global indifference. And it tells the rest of us that we have a choice. And that, right there, is a voyage worth taking.